Hello, you guys. It's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel for the love of. If you're joining me for the first time, I want to say welcome and thank you for taking the time to click on this first time ever on my channel, Scentsy Unboxing. If you're a returning viewer or subscriber, welcome on back. You guys, as always, I hope you're all doing well. I hope everyone's enjoying their fall fragrances. I know everybody's going crazy for fall, and actually today's video's going to be no exception. Today we're going to be doing, like I said, a first time ever Scentsy unboxing. These are all going to be fall fragrances. I don't remember every single scent I ordered, but I do know some of these are going to be new fragrances, and I believe I ordered a couple like top sellers, returning fragrances. So I'm going to handle this video just like I do with all my vendor wax videos. I'll wind up unboxing them, telling you guys what I think, and then what I'll do is pull up the scent notes right here on my laptop. I think Scentsy's pretty good about having their scent notes listed, so I do hope that every scent I ordered, every fragrance I ordered, that the notes are available online. I'm pretty sure they will be. I do just want to mention before I dive into today's video, I'm not a Scentsy consultant. I don't make any money off Scentsy or anything like that. It's just been a while since I've actually talked about Scentsy. I have Scentsy warmers. I've used their products in the past. You guys have seen me talk about some of the Scentsy products in my empties videos. I'll order, you know, a Scentsy bar here or there. But this is my first time actually doing an actual unboxing with Scentsy, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. But I am going to be placing some additional information in the description of this video if you guys are interested in any of the fragrances I talked about today. All right, you guys, you are here to see new Scentsy fragrances and some returning favorites. So without further ado, let's jump into today's unboxing. And before I dive into the actual unboxing, I do just want to take a quick minute to mention this was packaged perfectly. There was actually tissue on top of this as well, but I just want to point out how nicely this is packaged. I don't know if this is like a weather resistant, heat and or cool resistant packaging, but it keeps the products all nice, intact, so they're not jostled around. Scentsy does have their products in clamshells, so if it melted, it wouldn't really be the end of the world. But I did just want to mention that I do appreciate the thoughtful packaging and how they packaged their products. Anytime I've ordered from Scentsy, I've never had any issues. So anyhow, you guys, we have 4 different fragrances of wax to get through, and I have 5 different items. I did purchase one little oddball item that I'll haul for you guys. So let's get into the products. And first up, we have Farmstand Pumpkin. Now, I don't believe this is a new fragrance. I believe it's a returning favorite or a top selling fragrance, if I'm not mistaken. This is my first time ever smelling this scent. And if you're a fan of fall semi-pumpkin-y scents and you like a little bit of warmth, a little bit of pumpkin, and maybe a little dash of almost like a rustic type fragrance, this one smells so good. It's what I wanted it to smell like. I was worried that it might be too pumpkin-y. I don't like an overload of pumpkin, but it's absolutely perfect. What I get from it is a really smooth pumpkin fragrance, and then almost like a little bit of a warm, light cinnamon, not overly cinnamon. And there's almost like a rustic note to this. Let's actually take a peek and see what the notes for Farmstand Pumpkin are. So the notes are fresh apple, cinnamon stick, pumpkin, and caramel. So now that I'm seeing caramel in the notes, it does have a little bit of a sweetness to it. I wouldn't say this is like a bakery scent. I'd almost say this is like borderline, like a spicy fragrance. It's not overly spicy though. I'm not a huge fan of overly cinnamon type fragrances. So I enjoy this one, at least on cold. On cold, it doesn't seem like it's the strongest. It seems more smooth than anything else. So as you guys know, I'll obviously do Instagram follow-ups once I try these. So that was the Farmstand Pumpkin. Next up with this deep, beautiful red wax, maroon wax, is Autumn Sunset. I'll be honest with you guys, I was torn. I was going back and forth, whether or not to get this one. And what I'm getting on cold, if you are a cinnamon lover, I feel like if you like Scentsy's, I believe they have like a cinnamon bear or something to that effect where it's like a red hot cinnamon. I have smelt that one in the past. If you like their Welcome Home or any of those, I guess, classic home cinnamon type fragrances, I think you might like this one. Now, as I've gotten older, I've kind of shied away from overly cinnamon type fragrances, and I'm just going to say off the bat on cold, this one's a little too cinnamony for me. I will definitely burn it. It's not like as intense as a Red Hot Cinnamon, but it's definitely got cinnamon in it. The main note I get from this is a warm, smooth cinnamon. It's not overly sharp. I get a little bit of maybe a fall vibe to it, but other than the cinnamon, there's no other notes offhand that I can easily detect. So let's actually look and see what the scent notes include for Autumn Sunset. So the scent notes include apples, pumpkin, fall leaves, and spices. So it's definitely got a spicier note to it. I don't get too much apple on cold, maybe a little bit of a apple rind. I don't get much pumpkin. I really don't get a pumpkin puree. I can kind of see the leaves aspect. This almost has a cinnamony rustic type vibe to it. So if that's your thing, definitely check this out. I love the color of the wax on this one. I will definitely still use this. I feel like it might just be a good fall blending scent. This might also be you could maybe even use this going into holiday just because of how heavy the cinnamon is, at least on cold. As you guys know, like I said, I'll do Instagram follow-ups on all of these. And that was the Autumn Sunset. And next up, this is Around the Campfire. This is a new fragrance. I was so excited to try this one, you guys. I was so excited. I was torn. But I have to say, after smelling it on cold, you guys, I'm in love with this fragrance. So far, of the three, this one's my favorite. It's definitely different. You have to be a fan of a marshmallow fireside type scent. Bath and Body Works, actually a pumpkin bonfire going right there, a pumpkin bonfire. Any of those kind of semi-rustic, semi-smoky fragrances. This is not an intense, full-on fireside smoky fragrance. It's got a little bit of a smoke to it. What I get from this without reading the notes, I get almost a sweetness. This could be Marshmallow Fireside's cousin. It's a little more smoky than Marshmallow Fireside. It's if you took Marshmallow Fireside's smokiness and turned it up just a little bit and did a little bit of that sweetness. But this is really, really good, you guys. If you like those kind of classic, cozy, cool night, campfire, fireside type fragrances, definitely check this one out. I cannot wait to melt this one. Let's read what the notes on Scentsy's website are. So the notes for Around the Campfire include mountain air, notes of fresh fallen wood, and smoky embers. So that's interesting that it doesn't have a marshmallow note or anything like that in it. Maybe that sweetness I'm getting is maybe that fresh fallen wood, maybe that airy type note. I don't get an overly ozone or airy type vibe out of this. I also don't really get a rustic type vibe. It to me is more along the side of a sweet semi-campfire bonfire type fragrance. But I do think if you like Bath and Body Works Pumpkin Bonfire, you will definitely enjoy this one. And that was Around the Campfire. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have another new fragrance. This one's called Breakfast in Bed. Again, this was another one I was torn on, but when I read the scent notes originally, I knew I had to try it. To me, this could almost be a transitional end of summer into fall fragrance. What I get on cold without reading, and it's got a beautiful red wax, what I get on cold without reading the scent notes, this is definitely a gourmand fragrance, okay? I almost get a bit of a smooth warmth to it. You get a bakery note in there, and I almost want to say you get a bit of a tart, a little bit of a tart cherry raspberry type fragrance. I'm not a huge cherry fan, and sometimes raspberry scents can be a little artificial to me, but this isn't. It's almost a heavy, almost poached type cherry raspberry with a little bit of a gourmand action going on. Definitely a really good gourmand scent. I think this to me is not overly fall, so you could use it end of summer or when you're just starting to burn or melt any of your fall fragrances, your fall gourmand scents. Let's take a peek and see what the notes in Breakfast in Bed include. So the notes are pumpkin pastry filled with black raspberry and topped by a sweet cinnamon drizzle. I will say the cinnamon is not super noticeable or strong in here. It's just a little bit of warmth. Now that they're saying pumpkin pastry, there is a little bit of smoothness, but what I really get is just, it could almost be called like a fruit tart or like a pumpkin fruit tart. That's kind of what this smells like to me. On cold, it's not the strongest. I would say around the Campfire of the new ones I'm showing you guys, on cold was the strongest. This one seems a little bit lighter, so we'll have to melt it down and see, but I'm really glad I grabbed this one, and that was Breakfast in Bed. I do just want to mention, this one looks like it's out of stock online. So I'm filming this in mid-August actually. So hopefully it'll come back into stock. Like I said, I know this is a new fragrance and the notes are obviously, if you're a gourmand fan, it's a scent you're gonna wanna try. So hopefully it'll be back in stock soon. So again, that was Breakfast in Bed. All right, and I have one final little oddball item. This is actually a Scentsy dryer disc. I obviously added this to my order. I've used these in the past. It's been years and years, but I believe I used Luna or one other fragrance in the past, and that one seemed to be too light for the laundry. So I wanted to go with just like a traditional clean fragrance. This one's called Clothesline. I will say I was torn between Clothesline and Scentsy Fresh, but I wanted something that was a little bit different than just like a plain, clean, fresh fragrance. To me, this reminds me of, Downy has those, like those scent beads, like the Odor Guard super intense scent beads. That's what this reminds me of. It almost has like a clean, fresh vibe while also having a little bit like that extra oomph, a little bit of an extra clean warmth, if that makes sense. Let me read you the scent notes for Clothesline. I didn't see the dryer disc on there, so we're reading the notes off of the car fragrance. So the notes are crisp greens, orange flower, creamy violet, and a white wicker basket. So this one's really pretty, very clean, very fresh. Like I said, it has a little bit of an extra warmth. They're saying there's like wicker basket and creamy violet. So that might be what kind of smooths it out a little bit. But I can't wait to try this one. If you guys are interested, comment at the bottom of this video. I'll definitely do Instagram follow-ups on these dryer discs if you guys are interested. So again, that was the dryer disc in the fragrance Clothesline. And that is it for me today on my first ever Scentsy unboxing / first sniff impression. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had fun filming it. If you have used any of these fragrances that I talked about today, or if you're planning on ordering any of them, leave it in the comments below. Let me know which ones are your favorites, or let me know what you guys are melting right now. Before I sign off, I do want to mention to you that I'm on Instagram. So if you're on there, come find me at life, LIFE _ WITH _L. I use my Instagram to post a lot of upcoming videos, purchases, hauls, vendor wax, things like that. So if you're on there, come find me. And you guys, as always, I hope you're having an awesome day, an awesome evening, an awesome weekend, whatever time it is you're watching this video. And until next time, we'll see you later.